Something historic is happening at Indiana Fever's training camp, and her name is Caitlin Clark. She hasn't played a single WNBA game yet, but the league is already feeling the shockwaves. From record-breaking ticket sales to transforming team culture overnight, Caitlin isn't just preparing for the pros. She's rewriting what it means to be a rookie. Today we're breaking down how Caitlin Clark is already elevating the Fever, why teammates and coaches are raving, and what this means for the entire WNBA. I would like to ask you to quickly like this video, and if you already and you enjoy our channel, hit the subscribe button. It really means world to me. The moment Caitlin Clark was drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever, the entire landscape of women's basketball shifted. We're not just talking about a talented rookie joining a struggling franchise. We're witnessing a cultural reset for the WNBA. Clark arrives in Indianapolis after shattering virtually every scoring record in college basketball. She became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I history, men's or women's, putting up 3,951 points over her Iowa career. She averaged an astounding 31.6 points and 8.9 assists per game in her senior season, numbers that simply defy conventional expectations. But what we're seeing in training camp goes beyond the stats. It's the mentality she's bringing to a franchise that finished 13-27 last season. The Indiana Fever hasn't made the playoffs since 2016. But from the moment Clark stepped onto the practice court, something fundamental changed. Footage from the Fever's training sessions shows a completely different energy than years past. Clark isn't easing into professional life. She's attacking it with the same intensity that made her a college superstar. In one clip, you can see her directing traffic during drills, showing leadership that belies her rookie status. During shooting drills, Clark's release is noticeably quicker than many veterans. Her range extends well beyond the WNBA three-point line, forcing defenders to account for her the moment she crosses half court. This gravity will create spacing that the Fever's offense has desperately needed. Perhaps most telling is how Clark is already developing chemistry with Aaliyah Boston, last year's #1 pick and Rookie of the Year. In pick-and-roll drills, their timing shows remarkable progress for players who've only been teammates for weeks. Boston's post presence combined with Clark's shooting and passing vision could quickly become one of the league's most dangerous duos. Head coach Christy Sides couldn't contain her excitement when asked about Clark's early impact. Her court vision is even better than advertised. She sees passing lanes before they exist and delivers the ball with perfect timing. But what's impressed me most is her willingness to learn the professional game. She knows the transition requires adjustment, and she's putting in extra hours to accelerate that process. The most shocking aspect of Clark's training camp presence isn't just her skill, it's her preparation. In an era where many top draft picks arrive with entourages and branding deals, Clark has shown up with notebooks filled with scouting reports on WNBA defenders. She's studying film of the league's top point guards, dissecting their tendencies and incorporating elements into her own game. During a recent scrimmage segment captured on video, Clark called out the opposing defense's coverage before it happened, then exploited it with a perfect pocket pass to a rolling Boston. These are the details that separate good rookies from transformative ones. Fever veteran Kelsey Mitchell noted, "I've never seen a rookie come in with this level of basketball IQ combined with her skill set. She's asking questions about defensive rotations that most players don't consider until their third or fourth year. And she's fearless. She'll attempt passes or shots that keep defenses honest, even if they don't always connect." This mentality represents the message being sent throughout the WNBA. The Fever isn't just adding a talented player, they're changing their entire identity. Clark's approach signals that Indiana isn't rebuilding gradually. They're accelerating toward contention. What makes the training camp footage truly remarkable is watching how Clark's presence elevates her teammates. Nalissa Smith, entering her third season, looks noticeably more confident catching and shooting when Clark delivers passes. Her shooting percentage during drills has improved dramatically when playing alongside the rookie. Clark's threat as a scorer creates defensive attention that opens opportunities for others. In transition drills, defenders instinctively converge on Clark, leaving cutting lanes for teammates. This dynamic was captured perfectly in one training clip, where 3 defenders followed Clark to the three-point line, allowing Katie Lou Samuelson to cut unimpeded for an easy layup. The ripple effects extend to defensive intensity as well. Players are competing harder to match Clark's energy level. Practice clips show increased communication and effort on the defensive end, a critical development for a team that ranked near the bottom in defensive rating last season. General Manager Lynn Dunn summarized it best. When you add a player of Caitlin's caliber, it changes everything. But what's unexpected is how quickly her approach to the game is spreading throughout our roster. Veterans are practicing with renewed purpose. Our bench players are staying late to work on their games. She's created a standard without saying a word, just by how she approaches every drill, every meeting, every moment with the team. While our focus is on the basketball impact, we can't ignore the commercial earthquake Clark has triggered. The Fever have already sold out their season ticket allotment for the first time in franchise history. Their nationally televised game count has jumped from 2 last season to 36 this year, an unprecedented increase. During a recent open practice, over 8,000 fans showed up just to watch a training session. Merchandise sales have exploded, with Clark jerseys becoming the fastest-selling rookie jersey in WNBA history before she's played a single regular season minute. This attention brings both opportunity and pressure. Every training camp rep is scrutinized, every statement analyzed. Yet Clark seems unfazed by the spotlight, maintaining the same approach that made her successful at Iowa. "I'm just focused on getting better each day," Clark told reporters after a recent session. "The WNBA is full of incredible players, and I have so much to learn. My teammates and coaches have been amazing at helping me adjust to the speed and physicality at this level. We're building something special here." The training footage reveals specific technical adjustments Clark is making for the WNBA game. Her release point appears slightly higher to account for longer, more athletic defenders. Her crossover dribble has tightened, helping her create separation in tighter spaces than she experienced in college. Defensively, Clark is showing improved lateral quickness, a response to critiques about her ability to stay in front of elite WNBA guards. In one drill, she successfully contained Kelsey Mitchell on 3 consecutive possessions, prompting assistant coach Karima Christmas-Kelly to stop practice and highlight her technique. These subtle changes indicate a player who understands that dominating at the professional level requires evolution, not simply replicating what worked in college. It's this adaptability that has coaches and teammates believing Clark's impact could be immediate rather than developmental. Beyond the highlights and technical aspects, the most encouraging signs from training camp involve the human connections forming. Early concerns about how a superstar rookie might affect team chemistry have evaporated as Clark has integrated herself with genuine humility. Footage shows Clark engaged in conversations with veterans during water breaks, absorbing knowledge rather than dominating discussions. She's been spotted getting extra shots up with rookie teammates after formal practice ends, building relationships that will be crucial during the grind of a WNBA season. Perhaps most telling was a moment captured between drills, where Clark deliberately sought out practice squad players to thank them for their effort in helping prepare the team. These small gestures reflect a player who understands that championship cultures are built on respect at all levels of an organization. So, what does all this mean for the upcoming season? While the training camp message is clear, Indiana is no longer content with rebuilding. realistic expectations remain important. Even with Clark's transformative presence, the Fever are integrating multiple young pieces. The Western Conference remains loaded with championship-caliber teams like Las Vegas and Seattle. The learning curve for even the most talented rookies can be steep. What's reasonable to expect is competitive basketball that keeps Indiana in playoff contention, a massive leap forward from recent seasons. The Clark-Boston combination should produce immediate highlights and win some games that previous Fever teams would have lost. More importantly, what we're seeing in training camp suggests Indiana is establishing a foundation for sustained success. Clark's mentality appears contagious, potentially accelerating the development timeline for the entire roster. As the regular season approaches, the message from Indiana Fever training camp is unmistakable. This is not the same franchise that struggled through recent seasons. Caitlin Clark's arrival represents more than adding a talented rookie. It's a complete reset of expectations, standards, and identity. The footage doesn't lie. The energy is different. The purpose is clear. Veterans are rejuvenated. Young players are developing faster. And the entire organization has a renewed sense of possibility. Will there be challenges? Absolutely. Will Clark experience rookie moments? Without question. But what we're witnessing in training camp suggests the impact of her arrival extends far beyond individual statistics or highlight plays. The Indiana Fever are sending a message to the entire WNBA. The future is now, and it runs through Indianapolis. Whether they can translate training camp promise into regular season success remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. Women's basketball will never be the same. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more WNBA content throughout the season. Drop your predictions for Caitlin Clark's rookie year in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.